the subconscious, first of all, the reason I added hypnosis is we have to have that buy-in of like the mind on all levels of what's possible. So, the reason that I started to work with hypnosis was I noticed I had all these clients that kept asking me the same question, which was, do you think this can work for me? This is as I'm mostly doing body talk. And I say, of course, I believe this can work for you. First of all, I wouldn't take you on as a client if I didn't think I could help you. Like, I just don't do that. But what it showed me is these people were questioning in their own mind what was possible. So they had literally a block of like, I want to believe that you can help me or that this can help me, but I don't really believe that this can help me. So, we have to kind of get the mind to buy in, the subconscious to be in alignment and say, yeah, this is possible. Healing is possible. Even if you've been told by a doctor, like, this diagnosis is chronic, it's lifelong, like, we have to get rid of that and create new belief of, no, it's possible. I don't care if the doctor said this is a lifelong condition. I can heal it.
So for you, the use of hypnosis is largely down to taking someone from a position of the nocebo effect and helping them become more balanced, if you like, towards the placebo effect.
I would say that's a key part of it. Yeah. I mean, there's different types of hypnosis and, so there we can use hypnosis in a healing way as well to like go back and revisit the past trauma. There's some great ways of working with it that way, but that's one of the foundational ways that I use it is usually to get the person, again, like you said, into more of that placebo mindset versus kind of constantly being in a nocebo. No, this isn't going to work. I'm never going to get better. I can't heal.
Yeah, it's a really interesting concept, and it's one that I've seen so many times. Someone will come to see me and it might be, I don't know, let's call it lower back pain, probably the most common thing that I tend to see. And they'll say, I've been to see this doctor and this orthopedic surgeon and this doctor and that doctor. They all tell me there's nothing I can do. The only thing I can do is take painkillers and anti-inflammatories for the rest of my life. And you're like, okay, interesting. So anyway, so I take them on, I work with them, probably give them corrective exercises to do, change their diet, change their lifestyle, maybe do some, some energy work on them, work on trapped emotions perhaps. And then they have a follow-up, a year later with their doctor, and the doctor's like, how's your back? And I haven't had any pain for 6 months.
Love it.
And the doctors normally just carry on as if nothing has happened. They don't even say to, oh, really?
What did you do? How did you get there? Yeah.
There's no degree of inquisitiveness to find out, okay, so what did you actually do? It's almost like a complete, I suppose, cognitive dissonance.
I think that's the best way I can understand it too, because I've had experiences personally with a doctor, like where they've seen something, like an ultrasound showed like I have a enlarged spleen and the spleen actually got smaller. And it wasn't, because I took a different medication that they wanted me to or whatever. And so it's like the doctor once said to me, well, whatever that thing, referring to body talk, because I had kind of mentioned body talk, whatever that thing that you are doing seems to be helping you. So keep doing it. But she never asked, tell me more about what that thing is. It's just like, put it over there in the corner and just do it on your own. And I don't want to know about it.
Yeah. It's interesting. I mean, I've also had situations where, again, similar situations to the one I just said. And, if the doctor does say, oh, and how did you do that? And they tell the doctor what I did with them. And they'll say, oh, no, it can't have been that. That wouldn't have worked. It must be a placebo. Right? So then my next question is, so why don't they study the placebo effect? Why don't
Yep.
they try to understand what the placebo effect actually is? I mean, we know what the definition of it is, but what
Right.
actually causes it?
Right. Yeah. Because to me, it's completely fascinating. Like,
Mm,
I get totally intrigued by the idea. I mean, who cares if
mm,
it is a placebo? Like, what if we could access that more?
yeah,
Like, how does it work, and how can we help people access it more? If I have a result from the placebo effect, I'm like, sure, great. I'm
yeah,
fine with it.
yeah, absolutely. But I guess we know the answer as to why they don't want to.
Because again, where we started out the conversation, right? It's taking people away from that model of, oh,
Mm,
I'm going to be dependent on pharmaceuticals for life.